Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today is Holiday Wednesday, and I have been asked to make a non-traditional color Hanukkah card for a friend's friend. She wanted it pink, white, and silver. And so I'm going to give it a go here. Now, I'm going to make my usual 5x7 card. This measures 10 inches by 7 inches. I scored it at the 5-inch mark, folded it, creased it with my bone folder. Then I have a piece of white cardstock, which measures 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. A piece of white cardstock that measures 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. And a piece of acetate, which measures 4 by 6 1/2. And then I have already cut some things out of white cardstock. So you can use white cardstock or colored cardstock if you'd like. Let me get started here. I'm going to be using this wonderful set from Amazing Paper Grace, which is Spellbinders. It was the die of the month, August 2022, the Peekaboo Trellis panels. It came with a flower too, but I'm using a flower from a different set. So I want to use this trellis panel. And so let me get out my... Okay, so I'm taking the short piece, the 6 1/2 by 4 1/2, and I'm going to kind of put this off to the side. I want it over here. I just want to try and get this side piece to be the same width from top to bottom. And I'm just going to run this through my die cut machine. Okay. Now to poke out all the pieces you don't want. This is a nice die in that it doesn't cut your paper in two or into three parts. It all stays connected here. And I just need to get all these little parts out. It's delicate, but not that delicate that you can't get in here and just work with it. But there are little tiny parts. I thought about cutting this off online, but I wanted to show you how it worked. And it does take a little finagling around the little line pieces. And don't worry if you would accidentally, I haven't yet, but if you would accidentally tear a piece, I'm going to cover them up with flowers anyhow. Not everything, but that could be where I would choose to put a flower or a rhinestone accent or something. But it comes up fairly straightforward. It's a little piece I left in up here. Just put that down and slide it out. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to put these in the bin. Don't need this die anymore. All right, now is where I'm going to take this piece of acetate. I'm going to turn this upside down in my fine tip glue bottle and just put a little bit here and there. Of course, here it comes. Just a few drops here and there. I really don't have to tape down or glue down the acetate as much as the outside edge of the card, because that's going to be covered up with more adhesive in different areas. But I just want to give this a little bit of security by putting some drops on here. Now I'm going to take a tape runner. You could use double-sided tape. I just happen to have this handy. And I'm going to go down the outside pieces. Just to get a little bit on here. And then I'm going to line up my acetate to the top. It's all right if I don't get it even. I can trim it off. Which I didn't get it even, so I'm going to trim it off. Get my larger scissors for that. Just trim across. It's easier to make this piece larger than you need it so that you can fit it on there easily. You can always trim off your extra. If you make it too small, then it will show. Now I'm going to glue a couple of these pieces down. I must not have got enough glue up here, because I don't want them sticking up. So I'm going to just take my acrylic stamping block and place on that for just a moment to hold those down. Okay, should do it. All right. Now this piece will go on here, but first I need to colorize the edges. I'm going to do like I did the other day on, I think it was Monday, where I'm going to take ink, and I should use my larger mat for this. This is kind of going to be a two-step process for me. I'm going to ink and then stamp. I want to put my edge on here. I'm just going to put a little bit of washi tape. I'm not going to really get that down too much. I don't want my pink to go inside the frame and show through. Uh-oh. So I want to stay on the other side of this washi tape. Come on. Yeah, so this one is going to have to come up almost to the top. I just want the edge, and I don't have to worry about over here because there is no see-through area over here. I'm going to take Bubblegum Pink from GinaK Designs and just do the edges of the card. Try not to go below where I put the washi tape. Now this one I can go, I'm going to get this nice and dark. A little finagling. I think what I'm going to do is take, let's see. I have a scrap piece of acetate. I'm just going to lay that down just in case, because I want to give this a heavier hand. Okay. All right. Oh, and how about that? My acetate's almost the right size. I could have used alcohol inks on this and just colored the edge, which is, in hindsight, probably what I should have done. But I wanted to keep the colors the same. And this is a little awkward. I'm going to try it left-handed, which may not work at all. then over there. All right. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay. I'm going to get another piece. And let's see if I have an alcohol marker that will work. That didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. Let's see if I have a color that is close. No. Okay, this second one here. I'm going to use that. So I'm just going to lay my sheet back on top here. And this is RV398 Cerise. And I only really need to do the edges. Now let's see if I can put this on here without the pink. Needs a little bit more over here and over here. It might be too far. You never know. And now some at the bottom. Okay. Now, if you have the color cardstock you needed, you wouldn't need to do this. This is good. I'm just going to make this a little darker. Okay. And that will go on here. But what I'm going to do down in here is I'm going to stamp some Star of Davids on here. And I'm going to get my stamping platform. Kind of behind where the lattice part is. And I have a set, let me see, here we go. I actually have two different sets. This is from TCWStencils.com. This is 22.19. And I'm thinking if I do the small Star of David and just stamp it randomly behind here. And I'm going to stamp it using a stamping block. If I can find my stamping block, there it is. And I'm going to use soft stone. I see this is coming up, so I'll have to glue that back down. But I just kind of want to randomly put a Star of David in here. It's okay if it doesn't get stamped perfectly, because it'll have other things covering it up. Could use one there. A couple off to the side. That looks pretty good. Oh, that pink is really bright. I'm not sure I'm liking that, but it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, I need a little bit more glue down here. I was trying to be gentle with it, but didn't put enough. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on here. Even though that pink is so vivid pink, I need to tone it down is what I need to do. I'm going to try toning it down here. That's not going to tone it down. All right, let me try. What if I add another color? Okay, this will tone it down. And I'm going right on top of my waffle flower grip mat, so I guess I'm going to find out if alcohol inks damages in any way. Yeah, I didn't want a bright pink card. This is RV398 Mineral Violet. So a little bit of purple on top tones the pink down nicely. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down. And I'm going to use double-sided tape. Simply because the acetate on here will hold better. With glue, it'll tend to slide around. And I only need to put a few strips on. Okay. Let us both look, all of us look together. It doesn't seem to have damaged it. All right. Well, I've done it already, so I'll keep doing it. I'm going to stand up to get this down where I want it. Okay, now I do need to stamp on here. I want to do this larger Star of David, I think. But I don't know. I think this one will be better. But I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet. So while I've got my mat open, I used this flower set. There's a small started. From Altenew. This is the Layered Rose die collection. And I cut out 2 of them. And it's a 3-piece layered rose. So I'm going to use the Bubblegum ink for this. And hopefully it will be the right color to go with our new background. And I'm doing splotchy on purpose. A lot of this will get covered up by the other layers. Now, for this next layer, I want to do this darker, so I'm going to smash my bristles. See, and then that will layer like that. Oh, and it goes well with that color pink, so that worked out great. So smash the bristles again. And I think to make it coordinate, the top layer I'm going to do in that the 2 alcohol ink colors. Why not? I'm going to go for it. We'll do one. And I'm doing it right on my craft mat, so you and I will find out in the long run whether this damages the mat or not. I'm guessing it will stain because reds and pinks usually stain. But it's already stained, so that's okay. As long as it doesn't affect the stickiness. So give me another day or 2, and I will tell you the results of that. So then that will go on top. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Okay. remember when I first got this rose set, and it's been a while, a couple years, I wasn't doing ink blending or alcohol inks then. And so I cut it out in some different color papers that I had, and I didn't like how it looked cut out in different colors of paper. So once I started coloring my own paper, I liked it a lot better. All right, I'm going to just clean this pink up. And now I need to color the leaves. And I cut out 4 leaves. Probably won't use them all. Or did I only cut out 3? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that in jelly bean green. And where's my green brush? There it is. Do a light layer. Oh, that's a nice bright green. I like that. And I'm just lightly, I'm not even smushing the bristles. Now I'm going to go darker. And I'm halfway have the bristles pressed down into the paper. Well, my mat. All right. Okay. Set these all up. Clean off this mat. And I'm done ink blending, I believe. Let's see the large paper for that, but I'll get that in a minute. Okay, now back to this. Gonna get these flowers glued together. And I'm gonna put them on here. Let me get my fine glue. The pink is still bright, but I think once I put the card together, it will look so much nicer. I'm hoping. If it's not what she was looking for, she will let me know. Now this, if you had a nice thin double-sided adhesive, this would work well for cutting out this layered piece, because then you could just pull the backing off and stick it down. Or if you had a Xyron, like a sticker maker, I always had trouble with those because it left sticker residue between the pieces. Kind of like whenever you use hot glue and you get glue strings. That's what the sticker makers did to me. I had glue strings everywhere, and it was a big mess. So there's one flower. Still looking for the perfect thin cuttable with a die cut machine double-sided adhesive. If you know of a company that you use, if you could let me know, I'll try. There's so many out there, and then I don't want to take a chance and waste the money if it's not going to work for what I want it to work for, which is like small dies like this, making them cut out with the adhesive already on them. Okay, now I'll glue a couple of the leaves together. Now I do want to stamp. I want to put Happy Hanukkah on here, and I do have. Now this stamp, I'm not sure where it came from. This one's TCWStencils. This one I've had for quite a while, and I got it at a rubber stamp convention. It's an older one that I use Stays on ink for, and it's kind of a turned bluish pink. All right, my stamping platform. And I cut an oval out. This is about a 2 1/4 inch oval by 1 inch wide. And I'm just going to put my Happy Hanukkah right on there. I'm hoping it'll fit, and it does. I cut it out 4 times so I could stack it if I need to. Oops, that's not going to work. Let's get you in the corner then. So this stamp is so old, it is very sticky and maybe on its last legs, but I hope not. I have one lady every year. I sell at craft shows, and every Hanukkah card I ever make, she purchases. And I had a special request this year. One more. I love this stamp. It is just a nice, elegant font. I did get a set from Lawn Fawn. I have over here, but I prefer the scripty font. Just clean that off. And I think I'll clean this off a little bit too. All right, now before I decide where I want the Star of David on here, other than behind it, I want to see where I want my flowers. Pretty sure I want one going one way and one going the other. Do I want 4 leaves or just 2? Now, let me stack up these Hanukkahs. And next week, I'm thinking I'll be doing a Halloween card next week because Halloween's getting kind of close. And I have my dear friend who scrapbooks with me on Wednesdays. She's a nut for Halloween. Where do I want to put this? I think I want to put it down here. So that'll move this flower up. So I might not need as many leaves. I'll put the Hanukkah there. Yes, I like that. Now, I'm pretty sure I want to put a Star of David on here. Front and center. What's the Lawn Fawn one look like? Oh, it's just a tiny one. Okay. I think right in the middle there. I think right here. Okay. Get my stamping platform. I'm just going to leave everything on there. And I'll do that in the Nocturne also. One more. Oh, that's good. I hope she thinks this is definitely a non-traditional. She wanted some elements that were like the Star of David, but then she wanted pink, white, and silver. And I haven't put the silver on yet, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing with that. I have these strips. These are from stamponit.net. They have some edgy strips, but then if you go in between, they have some solid silver. It's just a thin border. And I'm going to take that thin border and put it just along the edge of here. Get the leaf out from underneath it. Get that on there straight as I can. And then I'm going to cut off the ends. It has more scalloped edges than it does straight edges on this set, but they do have some sets where they are all straight. That side went down straighter. Okay. Let's see. Nope, I don't have my X-Acto knife. I don't have that, so I'm going to get a small pair of scissors here and just cut that. The base of the white. The base of the white. This one a little crooked up here, but I think it's just the part that I'm going to cut off anyhow. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to glue the flowers down and then put this on the back of the card before I put this sentiment on. Now the flower is going to be popped up. The leaf will be glued down flat. And I just have some of these round dots that I got from Hobby Lobby. Okay, that's going to go there. Then I want this flower here. So I'm going to put the flower down and then figure out where my leaves are going on that one. Well, it stuck to my finger. Okay, glue the leaves down, and then I'll put the sentiment on once I get this on my card front. It's going to stick out over that. And that'll stick up here. Do I want that fourth leaf? No, I do not. All right, so let me get this on my card front. A little bit involved. Hardest part was getting the color. And I got some stuff on my finger here. And I've got to get this straight as I can. Now the sentiment, I'm going to put, I've got these smaller foam dots from Hobby Lobby that are a little bit higher loft. So I'm going to use that. And I'll put 6 on. And that's going to go right there. Yes. Okay, that'll go there. Now I'm going to wink a Stella, of course, the rose. Kind of like that inside layer. But I'm kind of going to go everywhere, I think. Just give it a little hint of shine. And now I have some pink clear rhinestones. Just going to take a few of those out. And I'm going to put them here and there. Let's see. I'm going to do one, no, one over here. I know that one's going there. And I want one of the, not the largest, but the medium size. And they, of course, they all came out upside down. Oh, do you want to be there? No, you don't want to be there. We'll put 3 here. And then I do want some here. But where? So let me just play with some placement. Or do I want a tiny one? I think I'm liking the tiny ones for over here better. So let's see. Well, my goodness. No, I don't like that placement either. Okay, I'm going to try that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. This is my card for today. I don't know if you can't really see the rhinestones. There we go. I love how the silver shines and how the roses shine with the Wink of Stella. This down here doesn't make me happy. I think I need to reposition that. Oh, yeah, it just slid down. Okay. So I'll reposition that up and glue it down a little bit better because it just kind of slipped down on the acetate. I want to get that off. There we go. And the same with up here. It extends up just a little too far. Okay. Yeah, that looks better down there. And the same up here. I want to trim that off. So unfortunately, I don't have my X-Acto, but let me see if this will work. All right, that is better. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't know what tomorrow's card will bring. I'll think of it during the night. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.